Cool.
All right, but we are live. Not really live, but kind of live.
Nah, I got you. We rolling now.
We rolling. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Ryan Report Podcast, Unlimited Leeway Life. We got a special guest in. At the risk of sounding like DJ Envy, because I've said that every episode, we got a special guest in the building. Visual artist, graphic designer, interesting guy. Says things that I tap into very well on social media.
Hey.
I like his perspective, and I got him in the building today. My guy Justin, aka LstCrtvty, everybody.
What up? What up?
Let's get him some.
Yeah. All right. I like the feel.
They
You know what I'm
came
saying?
just for you, bro.
Hey, appreciating the love off top coming in. This is a whole new experience for me.
You feel me? All right, man. So how you doing, man?
And I can't call it. I'm happy to be here. Like I said, it's a new experience. I usually stay in the cut. As long as y'all been knowing me, I've been staying in the cut. But
Yeah.
it's a nice opportunity to come out, get my views out, get a little conversation popping.
Oh, bro. Well, I'm glad you came out, man. Super glad you came out, man. You and that boy Brandon, because I just remember, I kind of look at y'all, the way y'all tweet on social media. I'd be like, those seem like a similar kind of guy.
Hey.
They stay in the cut, they do graphic design, they do their art, and then they remember all of the stuff you forgot about from the 90s and the early 2000s.
I was about to say, I tap into all kind of stuff as far as childhood going, whatnot.
Yeah.
Man, you done already seen it in action.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to have you in the building, man, with all of this craziness that's going on.
Word.
Today, we're just going to be running it, man. A lot of the times, people just, I'm starting to figure out how I want to go about doing this podcast, man. And people have been loving that frequency conversation. People have been loving the clips from that, some of the clips from the Ray one, the Mid-City AB one. So what we're going to do today is we're going to keep it 100. What do you think is going on in 2021?
2021, it's something else. Coming into this year, I know a lot of people up front thought this was going to be a year where things just take off after 2020 hit us. Everybody was like, all right, we're going to step into a new year. We got something new coming. It's the continuation.
What you mean, like they thought it was going to, like, chill out?
Yeah, I guess people assume things was going to start smoothing over. We was going to come into this year. Everything was going to start looking back up.
Yeah.
And it's the continuation of whatever was going on in 2020. This is just part 2. We still rolling.
Yeah. So what was your 2020 like?
Honestly, in the midst of all...
Try and talk up here.
All right, cool. You getting me better?
Yeah.
All right. But honestly, in the midst of everything that was going on, I had me a good year. 2020 showed me all kind of love. My love life got right. I got my mind clear. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I started refocusing on what mattered to me in the middle of everything. While I watched chaos happen, I find my time to meditate in the mosh pit, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a bad ordeal for me. I saw a lot of advances in my life in 2020.
Yeah.
So I can't complain about the outcome. You can see the world changing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what that's going to do to my game plan and whatnot, but I can't say it put me in a bad position.
So I mean, for the most part, like, it wasn't like nothing drastically changed from your perspective in 2020. Besides, I mean, like inner meaning.
I could say I grew. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that 2020 came through and rocked me in a way that was like,
Yeah.
I got to change it all. It wasn't that type of ordeal, but it definitely showed me you could have your own game plan. You could go about following those steps accordingly and whatnot. Then you're going to have worldly events, life events going to come through.
Yeah.
Make you have to reform. There's nothing to really stress about for me, you know what I'm saying? But it gave me room to grow. You know what I'm saying? The way everything was forced to change gave me room to grow more as a person, individual, the way I interact with the people around me. It opened doors for me as far as I'm concerned.
Right. So, well, I mean, when did you start to, because I'm assuming you have a decent idea or way that you go about living life in terms of this subject, but like, when did you start to recognize, what is your relationship with God like, and when did you start to recognize it,
man,
deeper than just a 3-letter word?
I tell you, I went through a roller coaster ride. I'm gonna say a lot of stuff kicked off major for me. Well, the first big shifting I felt had to be around that 2010 through 2012-ish stretch. I'm like, you know what? Let me try to meditate with myself more. Let me try to get into... At that time, actually, I was researching different... I won't even say religions, but different ideologies at the time, just seeing what everybody had to offer. So back then it was like Eastern religions and whatnot were more influential than me. I like the self-sufficiency that they pushed towards me, but I wasn't into these different idols and gods and whatnot. So I found myself falling off that scene more. I was like, I'm not really feeling the direction of where they're sending me, or I'm not feeling the rabbit hole that's sending me down, but I like it did give me a push to get my spirit right.
Yeah.
So I felt like I had a rough year behind that where I felt like, damn, I'm trying hard. I'm trying to get my spirit right, and I'm not seeing things really progress. Then I had to reform myself and think again, what's going on with me? What am I doing wrong that's not getting me where I need to be? But I feel like I need to keep pushing my spirit closer. After a while, after years, we all probably hit a phase where we denounce the Bible and whatnot. Just had the religions, the way religion was introduced to us often gave us a reason to walk away from it. And I didn't even walk back to religion, but I definitely picked up the Bible just for the word. You know what I'm saying? It keep me level. I read through it. I find what I need to find within that. I educate myself in that manner. And I just keep my prayers strong at this point. It's not I stop jumping from one box to another. We'll leave this system that we know because this one sound better. Then when that stop working, we'll jump back here or move on to the next thing. None of that was working for me, you know what I'm saying? So I just went back like, let me get back to a root. Let me get the word up under me. Something that I felt was strong enough. Like I'm finding information I need here. Not pushing it in a religious way, but I'm finding information that's benefiting me. It's making me feel better about life and growth, making me feel closer to God. So I was like, at this point of life, I just read my word and I pray, dog. That's my relationship with God at this point.
You a Christian?
Definitely believe in God.
Yeah.
I say the word, I'll use the name Jesus
of
Christ, but I'll go ahead and say Yahshua is the better term I prefer. You know what I'm saying? So I guess Christianity would be where you align me, but when you say that word, everybody quickly jump to religion.
Yeah.
Religion at highest station. I don't condone religious organizations. I don't condone these different religions and whatever they pushing. You know what I'm saying? But I do like to keep the word with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
definitely a believer of Yahshua.
Yeah.
But I'm not too in tune with everybody doing around that information or around that belief.
So it's just not really about organized religion. It's about a relationship with God, and the doctrine that is within the Christian Bible is solid for you.
Right. That's what worked for me. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds like me.
Hey, it's respectable to me. Like, I'm not gonna disrespect nothing else, but when I say it's respectable, it's like it's laid out pretty flat for me. I read it, I get my understanding. It's not an extra step to do this or go handle this in order to do this. It works in a simple manner for me.
Yeah.
Keep my mind strong, keep my spirit strong, keep doing right. But it's simple set of laws, you know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, it keep me moving.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. With that being said, there's a you would be interested in this. Look, one of the things that got me super duper into the Bible again was, I bring him up all the time, Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, Canadian clinical psychologist.
Educate me, dog.
He has a YouTube series. It is about 24 hours long, like maybe not that long, maybe 16 hours long, but it's the psychological significance of the biblical stories. When I tell you, that is the most interesting thing ever, because he breaks it all down. He breaks down the Bible story starting with Genesis, starting with the idea of God, and then he breaks it down to the phenomenology of God, of being. And then he talks about Adam and Eve, what that means. He talks about Cain and Abel, what that means, the ladder of Jacob's ladder, what that means from a psychological standpoint. And it is the most profound thing I've ever watched.
Check it out, dog, for sure.
Yeah, definitely go check that out. Y'all at home, go check that out as well. So, I mean, it's a lot going on right now, man. How are you dealing with You got called the devil for not. Are you vaccinated?
No, I'm not vaccinated. I'm not going. Once again, getting back. I'm not attacking people off their decisions and choices.
Yeah,
but
they will attack you.
They'll definitely attack me. I set a defense line in order for myself as far as being attacked. But I feel like it's gonna do me an injustice to go out and initially attack them. Yeah. Now further on, we could get into it further. About. I even started before anybody else would knock the whole concept. They tell us, you got vaccines before. I didn't want to do it then. The last time I got vaccinated was going off to college.
Yeah.
I didn't like it then. I wasn't getting flu shots yearly. Like, I didn't like it. I always found that you have everything you need given to you on this earth. There's a natural way to remedy everything. And I may not have known all that, at that given time.
Yeah.
But I always tried to find a way to go around medicine. You know what I'm saying?
You a vegan?
No, I'm not a vegan.
No. Do you eat? Are you conscious of what you eat?
Yes.
Okay.
I try not to OD on anything that I feel to be detrimental, anything that'll build mucus in my body.
Yeah.
More or less this information I got from my girl, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to her, Jeannie at Garden of Genevieve. Definitely. I felt like she took my health to another level. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm feeling, I was trying to be conscious of what I put in the sense beforehand. Like, I don't want too much of this. I definitely wasn't eating pork and, not too much beef beforehand. But just thinking further, like, I cut down on the chicken and turkey. At this point, I feel better. You know what I'm saying? My body not producing as much mucus in general. The same things that'll get us sick in the first place.
Yeah.
These are things that she put me on. So I'm talking and I'm sounding confident about it. But the specialist, you know what I'm saying? She's the specialist in that area. Okay. I'm seeing the benefits of it. My lifestyle altered in that sense. And I promote people to do something for your health. Yeah. Like, all in all, through that, work on building a stronger health system for yourself. Work on getting your body together.
Yeah.
Now, relating this back to the vaccination ordeal that we was discussing, nobody ever talked about what we could do for ourselves in the situation. They went straight to the vaccine.
That's what I mean.
Option.
It's like, come on, man.
It's never been a conversation throughout this whole thing. This is what we should be doing to give our body a better chance to fight off this, that, and the third. They just told us to start washing our hands more and wear a mask. That was taboo to me because I felt like I was doing that regular. That was regular activity. So I'm shocked. I'm like, y'all not washing y'all hands? y'all nasty like that. You know what I'm saying?
So that's the only thing I learned.
Right. It shocked me. I found out how nasty people really get. So
yeah.
But
I think that's weird too. It's like nobody ever talks about being healthy.
No, that's never an option. You said get the vaccination, we'll give you a donut. They give you stuff that's killing the body.
$1 million if you go get that vaccine.
Trying too hard. Like, I never knew nothing in life that came that easy and had a good outcome.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So.
And it's like, it's just so many little things like that is like, come on, fam. It's like, first of all, Western society as a whole. Like, I told somebody, yo, the vaccine, bro, because he's like, it's not gonna kill you, da-da-da-da-da. It's not a microchip, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah, but I think that I won't catch that shit because I take care of my body.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'll catch that shit. And I feel like, for the most part, they're just trying to rush this vaccine out there so that they can get everybody back into
order. I'm gonna use the order.
So that they can get you back in order so that so they can stop giving out money, first of all.
Right.
You know.
Killing their pockets, and that's major form.
Right.
You hear more about where the corporations been throughout this whole ordeal. Between them shooting the vaccine at you as a concept, you probably hear just about as much as the damage that business has been taking, where the money been going throughout this whole rush. Once again, they done skipped completely our condition, our condition as people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
it's like, hey, yo, straight up, I'm about to keep it 100 with y'all, bro. I'm not stupid. Like I'm tired of people talking to me like I'm stupid because I say I'm not getting this vaccine. I'm not stupid. I'm not ignorant. And like, you know what I mean? Like, by any means. Y'all, like, some of the people that I have conversations with, like, they was like, I only listen to facts. I only listen to research. I only listen to da-da-da-da-da, health professionals. And then I sent him some stuff. Like, he sent me some pictures. Like, one of them pictures that was like vaccine myths and vaccine facts. And I was like, because I'm not going to just brush you off like you tripping. Because I assume the person that I'm talking to knows something that I don't.
Exactly.
So I'm listening to him. And then I sent him something. I don't know how familiar you are with this, but he was like, where are you getting all this information, da-da-da-da-da. And then I sent him a video that I watched. It was the spiritual significance of COVID in the age of Aquarius. And then he instantly laughed at it and then said, a YouTube video, bro? Are you serious? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, you send me pictures.
Exactly. At least I'm giving you something with motion.
Yeah.
I'm giving you an attempt to understand.
I said, this is a whole 30-minute video, fam, from a doctor. She's a doctor, but she just happens to pay attention to spiritual stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? That, most industries, most institutions that these, doctors and stuff go to, they don't talk about that. So they have to go off record and talk about some of this stuff.
Exactly.
He was not with that. So then I chilled out. And then somebody sent me a video of this guy, Dr. Vladimir something. He is like getting a bunch of hell because he's coming up with all kind of alternative ways to deal with the vaccination and da-da-da-da.
Right.
So I sent him that. And he's like, he listened to like the first 2 minutes of it, and then he was just like, nah, bro, that's propaganda. Da, da, da. I was like, bro, what are you talking about, son? This is a doctor, son. I went and found what you wanted.
Right. I gave you the source you wanted, but it's not the information you want.
It's not what you want to hear. But then a lot of the times I feel like, some cats probably already got that shit. So they not about to act like they can't act like it's not gonna work. They can't, you know what I mean? So I mean that's just kind of what I've been dealing with that recently.
Even in that, I'll tell you, people defend. Matter of fact, being that people made the decisions that they made at this point, it's a lot easier for them to defend that decision than they accept, you know what, you just put me on something. I might have made the wrong. Like, people can't live with being wrong, it look like, you know what I'm saying, until the results are detrimental.
Yeah.
Then at that point, they'll find you. Oh, man, I was wrong. It's too late now, but I'm not benefiting from that. You know what I'm saying? I benefited from helping you in that moment.
Yeah.
I kept moving forward, and I'm as well as I was beforehand. When you take that L, you don't come. Like, I can't do nothing for you now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And, I just went hard, but on the empathetic side, I get it. I mean, I get it, bro. Some people done spent their whole lives, decades, building something around something in which they have to be able to go inside these venues. They have to be able to travel. They have to be able to gather large crowds of people around them to make their bread and butter. So I get it. I get it completely. This ain't no easy thing to deal with. Ducking and dodging no vaccine and getting people to get this vaccine because you assume that it's going to solve all of our problems.
Right.
But don't call me stupid.
Exactly. Don't insult my intelligence. You know what I'm saying? I take pride in bringing information to people and making sure it's proper.
Do not call me stupid, because that's what I'm going to say something. Because I sent them a video, a picture. You know how they've been saying, imagine being a regular person telling a scientist how to be a scientist. Mm-hmm. I sent him that when he didn't like the doctor talking about what, what I was like, bro, same energy, bro. Same energy. You about to tell his doctor what he's talking about? So that's kind of what I've been dealing with that.
The social climate became rougher throughout this than anything.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm finding that we starting to move into more of a classist mind state as far as like vaccinated versus unvaccinated people.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody, I don't want to even say everybody think they're professional, but people definitely heard the order given, took the order, you know what I'm saying? And now they looking at you funny. Like, bro, what made me wrong? You know what I'm saying? At this point, what made you think it was the right decision when the last decade, I just was siding, locking arms with people mentally, and locking arms with people in the manner of, I thought we both understood what we was dealing with, the whole time, this flaw, we see this lie, we see all these things, and all of a sudden you swipe that off the table. It's like, these people know better. All right.
Yeah.
And the whole time, now all of a sudden, it's these people know better. This is what I need. Like, for all that, like I said, we could go back and you should believe 9/11 information. You believe all of that now.
I'm like, what are y'all talking about? When did this happen?
Exactly.
I said, bro, all that Black Power Tuskegee shit went clean out the window when you couldn't get a shamrock.
That was it. All you had to do is give them a small reason, like, you're not going back in the vaccine quick. Like, bro, it ain't take much.
I was never the one that was on this Black Power, all of that. I just was never that type of guy, you know what I mean? Right. But everybody else is like, the white man, da-da-da-da-da. He erased our history, da-da-da-da-da. Tuskegee this, da-da-da-da-da. Well, it's at your front door right now.
Exactly.
It's your time to shine.
And everybody turned around. I don't want to deal with this. Not this type of situation. I can't do this. Why you can't? For the last couple of years, you just told me how hard you was gonna go if they try to take this or try to do this to you. Well, they taking whatever and they doing whatever.
They doing it now, son. It's your time to shine, man.
It's not even a secret no more. They'll tell you, look, this our game plan. This what you need to do in order to do what you want to do. People walk straight into it.
Yeah.
It's not even nobody hesitating no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's uncomfortable to me. Like,
what, that people are just going?
yeah, just willingly doing anything. Like, I promise you, it's really the shock factor of all this time you really was so anti this, anti government, whatever. You understood all of this until your fun got took away.
It's like, bro, it's like, that's the thing. It's like, bro, you didn't think, with all of that history and all of the stuff that we know about America and all of the stuff that we know about the government and we take pride in with this black power crap and all of this, the cliche way of saying woke, not the real version of woke.
I'm understand. I watched that evolve over time.
You know what I mean? It's like, you didn't think that was gonna pop up. You didn't think it was possible. You didn't think that it was possible that in our lifetime we was gonna have to deal with a hard decision that we have seen transpire over and over again throughout the long, lengthy history that we exist.
Exactly. Like, it's not the first example. It's not the second example. It's just the next example. And here, people really just choosing to be blind.
Yeah, I mean, and then it's like, if you don't know, that's one thing. Bro, I have a lot of leniency with this. If you don't know, that's fine. It's easy to not know. Right. If you don't care, it's fine. Like, I mean, it's easy to not care. But if you was on that stuff and now you just completely switched it, you gotta say something. You gotta have to speak up, because you was telling me this all for 10 years.
You've been trying to convince me of my motions, and now when you got the most obvious reason to take action,
yeah,
where you at?
Yeah, where you at? And don't call me stupid. That's dead. That's not happening, bro. So yeah, bro. Do you know anything about this Age of Aquarius thing?
I can't say I know too much into it. Like, I've heard of, but more or less that's not really my forte or specialty of knowledge.
Does your girl know?
She definitely know a lot more than me.
Come over here.
She definitely will know.
Come over here. Get over here. You look nice. You dressed up. Come over here. What can you tell me? Because you got him eating healthy and stuff and all of that. What can you tell us about Age of Aquarius, if you know anything?
Well, that's a
trying to speak here.
That's a conversation that, it's been kind of going back and forth, because now it's the sidereal versus the tropical, and then when you get into those, there's so many different factors with those. So it's like, well, what do you believe in? Do you know? Have you looked into the other one? Because it's not even a conversation if you don't even know what sidereal astrology is, because the 13 sign thing, all of that plays into effect. So if you don't recognize the 13 signs, or you only believe in tropical astrology, why? What proof do you have? Because it's easier. Tropical astrology is more push, like you say. They have these people, all Scorpios, watch out this week for this. Like, bruh, that doesn't apply to all Scorpios. Yeah. A lot of people, they just like, like, they're using social media and they're using astrology because it's hot right now. Yeah. But it's been hot for a couple of years now. Like, all that been popping off since like the early 2000s, even before that. Like, astrology been going. Like, astrology has always been in the newspapers. It's always been like used in businesses. So it's like, what are they using? Right. You know what I'm saying? People always say, well, I find truth in this. You can find truth in anything you want to find truth in.
Right.
So, we didn't look into like both of our charts. We didn't look into that. And like you said, like, you could find truth in anything. But these like generalizations that they give you, if you're a Leo, you're this. If you're a Cancer, you're this.
Now, with sidereal astrology, you're talking about like how they, because I know a little bit. I got my chart. I went and got the time I was born and the natal chart and all of that stuff with the so that's what you're talking about with sidereal?
Yeah, because there's sidereal and then there's the 13 sign, because all of that's different. Because all sidereal astrology doesn't really talk about the 13 signs, and that's why I say it depends on what group you conform to. Okay. I can't say that, I'm definitely this, because they got a whole lot of evidence for all of them. But unless we put all of it on the table and you have people that's speaking for each and every one, how are we going to be able to break down, okay, this is definitely the truth?
You got to find a course.
You know what I'm saying? You can't have just people be like, well, I feel like that's right. Or I could kind of relate to that. I could pull up a post right now and it could say, if you're a Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn. I'm like, you done damn near named everybody.
Yeah.
And anybody could be feeling it, you know?
Yeah, I look at it because I have the big. I know my big three. I know a bunch of them. I'm a Sagittarius moon. I am a Virgo rising.
Virgo's in it.
Aries, Venus, Mars and Leo.
Yeah, so you know
Pluto,
most of your planets
Scorpio.
and stuff, but that's probably for tropical, right?
I don't know.
See, now if you include the sidereal,
It's when you go on a basic website and you're like, yo, this is when I was born, this is where I was born, and then they give it to me.
and even with those websites, they give you the option to choose. What do you want to choose? Do you want the Fagan and Bragley, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you can choose so many different things. Most people just choose the regular one that they have on there, which is probably the most popular. But the most popular not always the most accurate.
Yeah.
So I've had my chart read for both, and they were two completely different charts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the guy down here, the Living Haru, he do 13 sign, readings and stuff. And it wasn't all the way different from the tropical one, but it definitely had some differences that made you like, okay, I need to go reread all of this stuff. Yeah. And even still, you can relate. Some of it is more true to an extent, but who is to really say, well, this is definite. Yeah. This is fact.
Now, with this, and we bring that up because it's the age of Aquarius. Now, the most information that I know about this is we apparently have been in the age of Pisces for like 2,600 years. That's why we spent most of 20th century murdering each other because we were unconscious. And now it's like the Great Awakening, age of Aquarius, and it started on December 21st, 2020. Now, you remember when they were saying black people get superpowers,
Right. But nothing happened. You ain't wake up and you wasn't any different. You had the same knowledge you went to sleep with.
Yeah, it's like, basically, I was into the astrology thing, and it was talking about it's like a conjunction between, I think, Saturn and Jupiter. I don't know enough about that. All I know is that I had a serious spiritual experience in 2019, and nothing has been the same since.
Right.
So now, all of that stuff, I'm entertaining, and 2020, the 21st of December was the beginning of the age of Aquarius, So,
I mean, even with that, they saying that we've been in that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to get to that next. Like, I remember around 2012 or something, they were like, the age of Aquarius.
The world gonna end every couple of years. They come out with something. The world gonna end. Or this gonna blow up. Or we in the age of Aquarius. It's like, dog. When one of y'all gonna really wake up? They got people that's been telling y'all since the 90s that this stuff was gonna pop off. You know what I'm saying? There's people that told you.
Y2K.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Prince was saying it.
Exactly.
And where he at?
But yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, people that really speak on it, where they at?
Yeah, I feel like, because what did they say? God, a second for God is like 1,000 years or something like that.
I was about to say, I know it's a different time scale. I couldn't tell you what, but I knew.
So it's like, the last 50 years could have been the cusp of this transitioning.
We don't know the scale. We don't know the time scale we're working on. Yet we want to be so definite about our times. Right. You know what I'm saying?
We made time though.
Exactly.
What is time without a watch?
Yeah, it's an abstract concept.
Right, because the sun rises in different times in different time zones. We just went on a trip, and the sun was rising like almost 30, 40 minutes difference than New Orleans.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a difference right there, and that was going from here to Colorado.
Yeah.
Small difference in physical scale, big difference it can make as far as time factors, fall in. Now, you bring that all the way around the world, it's kind of hard to play the time game if we never really
experienced
all on one time scale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So what's your take on the vaccine? This is what I do, yo. I done stepped out on this ledge. This is what I do. So
you
can do what you'd like. You can say what you'd like.
I'm comfortable speaking my views. Definitely won't be getting it. Don't have it. Do what you want with your body, though. Do your research. I always tell people, do your research. we was watching some videos on the way, just like, listening to some doctors. This lady talked for like 47 minutes debunking the whole government. Like, if you think the government is on your side, if you think that the government is just, man, this gonna make everybody else, they don't want everybody healthy.
At what point
when did they start to give about anybody?
Bro,
Exactly.
they still pushing the double cheeseburgers with your bacon. They still pushing, man, like you say, they was giving donuts. Man, we got the fried chicken plate. You gonna win the lottery. Come on, man. And what you gonna do with all that money? Buy all the cheeseburgers at McDonald's.
Right. You about to
know
blow
what
it
I'm
on the
saying?
same
Cocaine
stuff
and
killing you.
hookers.
That's what I'm saying. Like, first of all, it came out so fast. The trial's still not done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's talking about a cure. Nobody's talking about preventative medicine or like preventative ways that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and now even CMOS is a cliche now, because everybody's saying like, man, have all these minerals. They got people selling fake CMOS.
Yeah.
Right.
Just because everybody want to be a healer, everybody want to be doing something in this time. You know what I'm saying? Since everybody was sitting at home, sitting on their behind, like, everybody's just like, well, man, I got to hustle. I got to make some money. I got to sell them something. Sell them a dream. Easiest way to make your money, right?
Yeah.
We seen it time and time again.
I
Right.
said that too. I was like, bro, once we find out something that's gonna help us, I guess spiritually, we need to keep that as quiet as possible. Because
And most
as soon
people
as they
do.
know, they gonna make a fake one of it.
Exactly.
Look, nowadays, man, everybody got a TikTok about witchcraft and spirituality and all this stuff. And I'm like, y'all giving them the garbage. Y'all giving them all this, all the juice, and then they just using it against us and rewording it, rewrapping it, rebranding it.
And that's what they do. They rebrand everything that's organic, push it back to y'all on the cheaper scale. It's
Right.
more affordable for us and very profitable.
Like, how you gonna tell us what good for us when your children were sucking on our titties? If we were so unhealthy, why were your children feeding from us?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why is breast milk, like, why has that been trying to, like, they basically trying to wipe that from the map. It's like, our people now are like, come on, man, breastfeed your babies. Because before breast milk was even, like, so talked about now, it's like, where Similac came from? We ain't make that up. What's in Similac? They didn't already told y'all all the baby foods, all the Similac, all that got all type of chemicals and things that we don't need.
Right.
So it's like, why listen to these same people? The same people that hurt you, the same people gonna be like, I got the medicine.
Right.
And y'all just believe it. Like, I'm like, bro.
The whole name of the game, getting you to ask for it. You know what I'm
That's the
saying?
thing.
Set you up in
but
the
nobody
situation.
asking for a cure. They just, man, we got to get a vaccine.
I be wondering,
Tweaking.
like, if the news was just not on through the entire 2019, 2020, and the TV's just all cut off, would anybody even catch that shit? Or, like, would it even be a thing? Or would life just be kind of normal, and we'd be just trying to figure out how to get the TV back on?
That probably
Man, yo,
Y'all
I
know the
literally,
TV's still out.
yo, I literally wish that the TV went out. You know what she went did? Bought a new TV. I gotta watch the news. For what? You ain't learning nothing different. All you hear is tragedy, 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 tragedy.
The news never told you nothing. You never saw the news and like, damn, I really needed this.
Yeah.
Every time you watch the news, you all,
Man, that felt
I
heavy.
don't know about this, bro.
I mean, yo, I gotta keep on saying this because I guess people don't seem to understand this, or it's just cognitive dissonance. That's most likely probably what it is. But I'm not stupid.
Oh.
I know it's something. Assume the person you're talking to knows something that you don't. Turn off the crap, bro. It just looks completely different to me.
Right.
In the middle of that awakening, check. In the middle of that awakening, that's what I call it. That's what it was. I was randomly, this is before COVID and all of that, I was randomly just cutting off the TVs.
Come on, man. I've been start watching the TV in
I
like
was about
high
to say, it's
school.
never been my favorite thing to turn on.
Facts. It just it's draining.
The way I conceptualized it
Emotional
later
connection.
was something was just telling me that that's where the problem is.
Bingo.
You know?
All the
Emotional
propaganda.
conditioning. Right. Propaganda. All that.
Matter of fact, you gotta think about it this way. The TV was never funded by the people who looking for answers on the TV. You know what I'm saying? So everything that's getting pushed down, it has a purpose, and the purpose usually does not benefit you.
Yeah.
So once you start catching on, like, I'm seeing all this and I'm not feeling no better as a person. I'm feeling drained watching this. I'm
Yeah.
feeling heavy, or I'm going by foolishness I don't even need
Yeah.
because I'm watching this. You
Yeah.
realize how much influence is really on you. Like, as much as we
Yeah.
want to say, I got my own mind. Yeah, you can have your own mind, your own thought process. It's cool. You keep introducing different stimuli to yourself, you will be influenced by it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Overstimulation. That's how they really getting them. Like, it's like if you're not watching the TV, you got to be listening to music. You got to be doing this. You got to be keeping your mind busy. If you actually took a second and shut up, sat down in a quiet, dark room, get from under all the artificial light, because that's killing us too. Like, you're not getting outside. They keep saying all these people vitamin D deficient. Okay, well, how can they get more vitamin D that's not in a mineral? You know what I'm saying? That's not just going... Because even the minerals that you buy, like, you're not supposed to take minerals like that, because minerals have to balance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're just taking all this vitamin D, now you offsetting something else. And 9 times out of 10, there's not just vitamin D in that pill. Like you said, all that stuff made in the lab. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So where you even, like, getting that from? And then the same people that's telling you, this is what you need to do, this is all the things, they're reading a teleprompter.
Yeah.
You don't see no teleprompters here. Nobody feeding us
never
information.
in my life has the news looked so weird. It looks like The Purge. You know what I'm saying? It looks completely different. Like back in the day, I look at it like, oh, that's just the news. That's just a white man telling me. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I was in the airport and it was just a white man like,
it's damn the militant.
we must get everyone vaccinated. Da 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 da. Like he's a robot, and I'm like, oh my
That's
god,
what they want. Robots
this is
easy to
insane.
They look like they putting all their time and energy into one propaganda, one agenda right now, one marketing rollout.
Yeah.
The vaccine rollout is the most important thing they got going on TV right now.
Yeah.
So every time you see the next whoever that have something to speak, guess what they're gonna get up there and show you? Get this vaccine. We need this under control. We need
we need y'all under control. AKA they just reworded. That's what I'm saying. Like if you really listen to what people are saying, you can see. You know what I'm saying?
It's obvious, and that's I think the part that irritate a lot of people that's in the know. Like y'all not seeing this. Like
you don't see this.
They put it on the plate in front of you,
They
and you
don't
like,
see it.
yeah, that's food.
What I started to realize was, a lot of people probably know. A lot of people. Why does this sound weird? It sound weird to you?
Now you could have coming through.
Okay. I started to. Well, I haven't yet, but I'm deciding I'm gonna go ahead and start chilling out on, telling people what I think is going on, because a lot of people know what's going on. So, I mean, some people may know what's going on, and they're like, "Yo, I can't do anything about this." You know what I mean?
There.
And I'm just gonna get this money. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do. I'm not about to be this martyr. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't, and a lot of people are literally just robots. They whatever they were trying to do worked on them.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
And that's absolutely insane. I mean, recently, because I just spend all my time looking up things from psychology to religion, theology, and what I like to call New Age spirituality. I think all of these things can come together in a nice gumbo of how to live life as a human. Right. But the thing that I'm starting to get to the understanding of is we're so divorced from whatever it means to be a regular, what a human is supposed to be.
But what does that mean?
What you mean?
Like, we've been conditioned our whole life to what we're supposed to be. Half the stuff we read in the history books, not our history, wasn't true, wasn't factual. So what we been conditioned to think is normal isn't. So now when everybody was like, man, when COVID gonna be over? What do you mean? Is the flu over?
Right, I was about to say.
Is measles over?
You just get conditioned to figure out how to function under the new norms.
Yeah.
Right.
Something, they introduce something new to you. You complain about it at first, and it's not going nowhere. And after a while,
you
shit is just life.
Right.
Yeah.
We watched this happen. We watched that same cycle happen a couple times in our lifetime. I could even go back to the 9/11 ordeal. The airports ain't been the same since then. Everybody was mad. Like, I remember being smaller then, but realized don't nobody nobody liked it. Nowadays, you don't hear a complaint about that process. It didn't change. At most, it tightened up. It's about to tighten up again. Might not be in that degree, but come on, I gotta show proof to go everywhere at this point.
It sounds like America's going to be even more ass than it's already been.
Exactly. It's finding new ways to put a leash on you. Like, at this point, you don't need a chain around your ankle. You don't need none of that. Like, your mind is on lock.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's either that or they're going to keep you from getting into stuff, keep you from living the life as you choose. You got to find your loopholes around it. It's going to be tough, but we watching the new era unfold.
So what have y'all been having besides maybe getting money, besides regular life stuff, it doesn't have to necessarily be about the Voldemort, like I like to say on this podcast, or the V word. What have y'all been focusing on? What has been important? What do y'all think is important for people to pay attention to, or that y'all have been paying attention to?
Improving our conditions, you know what I'm saying? Learning how to
Meaning
function. Creating a better, a more peaceful living condition for yourself, you know what I'm saying? They got foolishness we all gonna have to filter out. It's figuring out what we need to filter out, what doesn't work for us, what we don't want to be around. You know, that's something that's been major for us as of lately, you know. Just trying to figure out how can we build the lifestyle that's most suited for us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
It
a
makes
team
the most
effort.
sense, right?
Right. Been working on teamwork, if you want to sum it up. But all in all, I don't even know how to sum it up for you in the sense of what exactly have we been life.
Unlearning for me.
Unlearning.
Yeah, like just once you start debunking and you start from the top of like, okay, this is everything we were taught. All or most of that was a lie. Okay, so what is, you know what I'm saying? Now you on that journey of, okay, what was the truth? What was covered up to put this in place?
For
You
what
know,
reason?
For what reason? And 9
Right.
times out of 10, it was for power, for consumerism, money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really just all boils down to power. Like,
Right.
if they don't have power over you, then what's the point? The countries that's flourishing that you don't see all those rates having, like, they don't have problems like that with their food industries. They don't have problems like that with their drug industries, but they're also not trying to capitalize off people's sickness. In America, that's the main thing people capitalize off. You go to the doctor to get medicine. You don't go to the doctor for a cure. You think that, oh, you're going to get this surgery, but it might cause these problems. Or we're going to give you this medication, but it might cause your liver to fail. I just came up in here because something else was failing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you just swapped out a problem. Like, it's not...
It never was a sensible option. Like, instead of killing off this organ to heal this minor ailment, like, there's a herb out there that can just
Right.
help
But
with
then
this real
they
ailment.
hang and set fire to those who speak truth like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I got on here and I said, we can kill
Y'all-
all disease with this herb.
Yeah,
You'll
y'all
probably
was
shut me
talking
down.
all
They'll
of
shut
that.
this whole podcast down.
Y'all was talking all of that Nipsey Hussle's Dr. Sabi crap
What
2
happened to
years
that?
ago. What happened to that?
Right.
What happened
What
to
happened to
that?
Dr. Sabi? What happened to Nipsey
No.
Hussle?
Exactly.
Now they just want to be Dr. Sabi. They
throw
want to make a new
everything out the
name.
window.
They threw it all out the window so they can go bowling.
Exactly.
No, they still didn't go to the club. Like you said, everybody want to go to
Yeah, go to
Shamrock.
Shamrock.
You find
It
out
was
how
a
important
sham.
Shamrock is.
It was a sham until they couldn't rock with the club.
You did.
Right.
Stay woke.
But get some sleep in the meantime. No.
Right.
Like, gotta stay rested.
Yeah. So it's crazy, man. Y'all stay healthy. Y'all stay woke, and I can't wait to see how this is gonna go. You know, I'm kind of enjoying it. Enjoying watching because
Just seeing it unfold into
Right.
something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, like y'all said, you just kind of learn how to have the most peaceful living as possible and stack up this paper and call it a day.
Right. For what it's worth, you can't avoid it all, but I try not to involve myself no more than I need to.
Right.
And that come with knowing what you're dealing with.
Right. So what's your name again?
Well, you want the real name or like the...
What's your name? Because you're gonna be on this the name of on the podcast now.
Well, I'm Genie, but you can find me Gardener Genevieve on just about everything. GardenerGenevieve.com. That's me. And I'll show you how to, spell it and stuff.
I appreciate that. Thank you for stopping by.
No problem.
Now let's talk nostalgia.
All right, what you got?
Let's talk. Bro, you be posting the video games, bro. You be posting the old cartoons. You just pull them out of a part of my mind I haven't used in like 10 years.
Hey, it keep the youth rolling through me.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff is me really just making sure I stay, whether I remember what I used to like or find new ways to tap into like childhood enjoyments or whatever you want to call it. I try to keep it in rotation around me just off the strength. Like I never wanted to be so uptight
Yeah.
in my adult years. Like I know what I liked, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I liked playing games. I enjoy your cartoon. I like the humor, the comedy, whatever you want. I like all that.
Yeah.
So as you get older, you hit that phase where I'm too old for this. I don't like that. I need to change it up. This work better at this time. You get another step beyond all that, and you're like, damn, I know exactly what I like and what I liked beforehand. Before you tried to, fit the mold that was given to you, you realize what you always loved, what you like. you start reverting back. So it's quick, my bad. But I just find myself like always trying to stay in touch with things I've always loved. Like, old video games. I'll whip out the PlayStation 1, the Sega Genesis today and play the game.
You still have that?
I still have it. I have a Sega Genesis under the bed right now.
Really?
Every game system I have, and it still works.
Bro, I have a when Katrina hit, we had a GameCube, PlayStation 2. I had all the Game Boy Advance, SP, all of that stuff. And I remember I was like, Ronnie, I'm packing Ronnie. I said, Ronnie, I'm packing the GameCube and all the Nintendo stuff. You grab the PlayStation. And he said, I'm going to just put it on the table.
Well, we know how that one turned out.
So I'm just put it on the table, man. And so, needless to say, we don't have that anymore. But I still got the GameCube at the house. I think it works.
It probably works.
But I definitely have the SP that works. I got to get a charger for it. And I got the first Game Boy Advance game I had was I think it was Tom and Jerry and X-Men.
I feel like I know that.
Yeah, and I got the Pokemon Yellow. And
Classic.
Fire Red, Sapphire. No, I think I got Emerald. So I got all of that stuff.
I know up in the attic I have a couple boxes randomly. Like, you about to make me have to go pull it out. But a couple boxes have some that's full of old ass toys I used to have, and then some video games, just old games I really just open. It's like a treasure chest to me.
Yeah.
Even though I'm the only person that probably opened it every so many years, I get back and I'm like, damn, I forgot I had this. Let me go play that. Shit exciting. Like, I recently found my Game Boy Color again. I can't say it was lost, but I crossed it again.
Yeah.
I still had like Super Mario Brothers or something in there.
Yeah.
Put new batteries in it, turn. I'm like, dog.
Yeah.
Just hearing that bling noise at the beginning, I'm like,
great,
dog,
bro.
I remember this. I need this in my life.
Bro, it's great, especially now. I'm running Pokemon. It wasn't an old one, but I'm running Pokemon Shiny Silver, or like Soul.
Yeah, I started
Soul
playing
Silver,
that one.
Soul Silver, the remake of the Silver version, and Omega Ruby. I can't believe I didn't play that when it came out, but I'm running those.
Yeah, I ain't know about that one when it first dropped.
I was
Omega
like, that,
Ruby.
it came out, and that's a game that I would have loved when it first came out. But when it came out, it caught me in that 1 or 2 years in which I was like, I'm too old for video games. I'm out here doing my thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And sure enough, I'm back on it, man.
Hey, you saying that? You playing Soul Silver? I'm playing Heart Gold right now.
Yeah, you're playing Heart Gold right now?
Yes.
Oh, bro, we're gonna have to
we gotta make something shake though. Like, as soon as you sit. Nah, not you. I've been taking my time.
Yeah.
I mean, I got through the Elite Four and whatnot, but now I'm off in the next region.
I just got to the Elite Four.
Hey, boy, the Elite Four hard as hell on
no,
boy, they whip my ass.
I'm losing. The EXP share on there does not do the whole team.
No.
Yeah.
Nah, it's really, I'm raising you and I'm sending you out there.
Yeah.
But I like that system. Like, when I bought the ones on Sword, I think it might be Sword that I bought on the.
Yeah, I got Shield.
I don't really. I don't like everybody just growing at the same time because I'm not using all. You just kind of gaining the benefits of being here.
Yeah, it kind of makes it a little too easy.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't go back and play that one as much at this point. It's like
it was.
I don't have nothing to gain. I don't feel like I'm really going raise you. Like I could have a party full. Or unknown, whatever. One strong, something like all y'all just getting strong as hell now.
Hey yo, Pokemon Company's been getting over for the last couple of years, man. Like,
oh yeah,
they was supposed to make that free range like Pokemon game. Like
you seen it? You
seen it? Legends of Arceus.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting.
Yeah, and Brilliant Diamond. I'm getting both of those, bro. I play every Pokemon game when it comes out. So
I tell people I may not keep up with the show, but the handheld Pokemon game's always gonna come through clutch.
Yeah.
I don't care what era I'm in, what I'm going through.
Yeah.
It's always a good choice.
It's a vibe. I'm about to just throw out some random video games that I thought of. When I seen you and Brandon talking about nostalgic stuff, they came to my mind. Skateboard Kids.
So I ain't play Skateboard Kids.
Nintendo 64.
I wasn't hard up on Skateboard Kids. Tony Hawk was my big skateboard move.
Yeah, Tony Hawk was it. What was that? It was a game with like a chameleon.
Gex.
Chameleon Twist.
Chameleon Twist. Which that one? What that was on?
It's like a 3D platformer. It's for 64.
See, 64 was cranking out all kind of stuff. So we could go.
Yeah.
We'll probably pull up a list of 50 completely different new games that happened on 64.
Yeah. They was trying to remake when Super Mario 64 came out. Fun fact: it was the first 3D platformer. Yeah, and everybody was just trying to remake that once that came out.
I realized throughout, like, I was going back playing old 64 games, like, bro, this Mario with
Like Banjo Kazooie.
a Mario game at the core.
Yeah.
I love it. It's not me taking away from, the enjoyment of those individual games, but you realize a lot was really
they were
Mario
trying to do
with a twist.
the Tasmanian Tiger.
Right.
Not Glover.
Oh, speaking of
Was it
Glover, speaking of that damn game, boy, Glover might have been the game that pissed me off the most of all games. I liked it, and then at the same time, it was hard for no reason. Like, bro, I'm just a glove with a ball, a changing ball.
Yeah.
That game stressed me out through my childhood. Still have it. Will not turn it on, but it's the
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
boy classic, classic.
Very classic. I don't know what they did. They need to put Conker in Smash Bros.
I figured he would have made an appearance by now. I feel like during the 64 era, he was a real character. Like, he was definitely a staple character in the era.
Yeah. He was definitely a hard hitter. Do you play Switch? You have Switch?
Yeah, I have a Switch.
You got Smash Bros?
Shit, yeah.
Let's go!
Man, we could get on. I ain't gonna say I'm the coldest on. That's not my first go-to game, but I'll play.
Super Smash Brothers, either you can play or you can't really play.
I ain't gonna say I'm trash. I ain't gonna give myself that
either
charge.
you can play or you could play.
You do that competitive level playing on, like.
Well, nah, my little cousin will destroy me on
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Like, I ain't know if you was that player. I play and have a good time, good game. We could have a tough ass game. I have a cousin who played competitively. That's a whole different fight. Like, you're not fighting to play and have fun.
Yeah, like my cousin be posting all kind of stuff from online players, like counting the frames and
I don't want to do all that.
I'm not doing all of that, man. Like, no.
I stay telling people, like, I'm not counting frame rates. Like, in my head, damn, this is the quick move. I'm gonna get this one off when I need a quick move. I don't want to count nothing.
Yeah, but I'm a beast though. We're gonna
have to make some shake, dog.
We're gonna make that happen. There was something I was thinking about. Old cartoons. See, I had a cartoonist on here yesterday, and we ended up talking about battle rap.
The range of it.
Yeah. We ended up talking about battle rap. But I wanted to bring up. Were you a Hey Arnold fan?
Oh, Hey Arnold was so classic, cool to me. Like, I felt like childhood me looked at Arnold like, damn, you that guy for real.
Yeah.
Stayed out the way.
Watch the movie. He was the greatest guy ever. Like, if you
you couldn't not like Arnold. In reality, you can't not like Arnold.
Yeah.
Like, I remember adults coming through, like, I'm watching Hey Arnold, like, I like this little show.
Yeah.
It's Arnold. It was jazzy.
It was super real.
Mm-hmm.
You watched the movie?
Nah, I ain't peeped the movie.
You didn't see the movie when they were spies and they had to save the neighborhood?
Nah, I ain't even peeping.
Well, fun fact. The Hey Arnold movie, if for the people that do remember that, he was a spy and he had to save the neighborhood. But that movie was not supposed to be in theaters. They made that movie, the guy that made Hey Arnold made that movie, and it was supposed to be for television. And the studio just was like, and then they made him put it out for theaters, and then they canceled Hey Arnold like a year after that. And the whole time the Jungle movie was supposed to be the theater.
All right.
And that makes sense once I heard that. I was like, the Jungle movie was supposed to be lit. And then 15 years later, they put that on TV, and it was like, okay, I didn't need that.
That's how the game usually go. They wait buku years. I'm like, yeah, we're going to give you what you've been waiting for. You look like, you really could have held it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good.
Yeah. So, what you watching? What you playing right now, man?
Lately, what I've been playing, the remasters, the remake of the Tony Hawk 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah, on Switch?
I ain't even playing on, so I've been playing it on the PS4 lately. So, that's been my little game kick lately. I ain't been too hard up on the game. I've been trying to sit back and focus back on the design for a minute. So, I know when I get on the game, I'm on the game. So, it's like, all right, let me take a break.
Yeah.
Use it spotty right now and focus while I need to focus.
Yeah.
But as far as shows go, I'm rewatching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, waiting for the next season. That's really where I'm at as far as that go.
Yeah.
That's my kick right there.
Yeah, that Tony Hawk has been a saving grace in 2021. It's just like super chill. I used
That's
to love
it.
just skating around on Tony Hawk.
That's my thing. Like, I get on there. I try to get my little high score and all that, but truth be told, I'm really just up there for the tricks. Like, man, let me see what combo I could put together.
Yeah.
It's a stress-free game. It's like
It's
Animal
a
Crossing level to
stress-free-
me.
Yeah. Animal Crossing was the saving grace of 2020.
But I don't have the Switch in my bag now. But Animal Crossing definitely stayed in rotation, boy.
Yeah.
But I was waiting for that. Like, I was a fan from the GameCube version. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, shit, y'all coming to the Switch?
I never played Animal Crossing until this new one.
It was like my little cousin used to have me. He was like, I'm like, man, what you doing on here? What's the point? He's like, live. Just live, dog. Just enjoy. Like, you don't have too much bad that can happen to you. Just live.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm playing it throughout that little summer stretch. I'm like, damn, bro, I like this. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm playing it like this, but I'm playing it.
Right.
So I just waited out when they said it was coming to the Switch.
Yeah.
I need that.
Well, that's what it is, man. That's what it is, man. So we're hitting the hour right now. So I guess you can go ahead and tell the people where they can find you. First of all, what you got going on and what services or products you do, all of that type of stuff.
Well, first, y'all can find me
Make sure they hear you.
on any platform under LstCrtvty, whether it be Twitter, Instagram. Always check for that. It's basically just a shortened version of Lost Creativity. My website, LstCrtvty.com. Pretty much you'll find all kind of levels of visuals, though. I've been doing this so long, it's hard for me to really tell you what type of visual you'll cross, but it'll take you anywhere from apparel design down to flyer design down to album covers and rollouts. Like, there's a lot I done did in this stretch, but visuals is my thing. I try to conceptualize, you know what I'm saying? But you can find me everywhere under either Lost Creativity or the shortened version, LstCrtvty.
That's what's up. And you?
Well,
One more time, since we're at the end, you can go ahead.
it's Garden of Genevieve. It's Garden of Genevieve. And don't follow me on Twitter. That's very personal unless you want to. But my website is gardenofgenevieve.com. I do herbal teas, photography, paintings, hair growth oil. Get your locks on. Get your locks on. What else? Tinctures, consultations for health. If you want to work, creatively, let's do that. Book a consultation. Nothing is free. Ideas ain't free.
There you go.
Boom. And that's me.
And that's how we live in. Anything you want to tell the people that they should be doing? Stay healthy, stay well.
Do your
Live with
research.
peace. Right. Do your
research.
And not on that television, fam.
Right.
And we're not stupid.
Get in some books. Get off the internet, too.
Yeah. So, in the words of the legend Mid-City AB, it's some other shit going on. Pay
sure.
attention. This is the Ryan Report, Unlimited Leeway Life.
Wow.
And we out of here.
You did.